Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's good? What's good? As y'all already know, this is the Brainz podcast. We got my man BG31 in the building. Our guy, One Trey Rock. You know what I'm saying? And yours truly, Tone Dishills the second. Man, look, we appreciate y'all for locking in on this live stream. Make sure y'all smash that like button. Really helps the content grow. Really helps everything get everywhere. And helps everyone see everything. What's good, beautiful people? This is your boy, Tone Dishills the second from Talking of Sports. As you can see, I'm joined by the guys, man. This is we was just talking off air, man. Like, I'm excited about what's to come for this Philadelphia Eagles, man. It's a culture switch, and I'm joined by the good brothers, DEEGIFTED and my man BIRDGANG 31, and I know y'all can feel the energy of the air. They changing logos from mom. It's getting critical out here for the Eagles. We always take our time easing our way into the conversation. You know, make sure y'all smash that like button. Make sure y'all subscribe to everybody. But we hopping right into it. What's going on right now? It's something brewing. They changing logos.
Yeah, let's look at it for a second. Let's see.
They starting to spend money on players now. Philly's starting to look like a free agent destination. AOD gifted. Start us off, man. Like, what's brewing in this city?
Man, dude, as I can see, it's a lot brewing in the city. We made probably the most moves out of any team in the NFL. We already know Howie Roseman gets an A+ for what he has done. There's no question he did his job. Nobody can say anything about Howie Roseman and what he has done this offseason. So we know the players is there. A lot has happened, and as you said, is creating a different type of energy that's so exciting, and it's hard to hold back that excitement, especially when you look at the schedule. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna dive into it, I know, but golly, boy. And then they switching up the logo. And the biggest thing I have to say about the whole cultural thing, y'all know where it started. It started with Jalen Hurts. It started with Jalen Hurts and how he was connecting with everybody to make a player like Jason Kelce want to come back and play for another year. Make a person like Lane Johnson go out there and still be giving it his all. You know, he making these players like, we might have something here. These guys, they actually going out there balling for Jalen Hurts. And Jalen Hurts just bringing this whole energy, and I believe in it. It's just a matter of, you know, what it's going to look like, you know.
Right.
That's all it is.
So BG, like, do you, like, I guess I asked both of y'all, and BG, you can start it off. Like, do y'all like the logo change? Like, are you guys a fan of it? Me personally, real quick, it was a lot to take in at one time, and I'm still trying to digest it and, you know, make my way through it mentally, right? I'm a classic man, so like I like the original, the OG logo.
Yeah.
You know, what was y'all thoughts on just the overall change and just how it looks like?
Man,
go ahead, DG.
Man, when I first seen it, I thought it was a joke. I'm like, wait a minute. Have I been punked here?
Yeah.
You know, the last one was fine. You know, it had this, like, it was like it showed a statement. It was all, you know, pointed ends. It looked all like dominating. This stuff looked like this guy said right here. He said the logo looks like it was doodled by a 7th grader. You know, like, that's how basic.
I ain't gonna say it's that bad.
You know, that's how basic I think it went to. Like, you know,
Yeah.
I know it.
I feel him on that. I feel him on that. It's almost as if somebody. It's almost like the Eagles put out a poll and say, or put out a contest and say, hey, listen, who can
Yeah.
make the best logo, and
Yeah.
then they took the best one. Like, but yeah, BG, what you were saying, you had got cut off a little bit.
I said, yeah. I just feel like if you're gonna make a change like that, you're gonna make a statement. Come hard in that. You know, I want to see
Yeah.
something a lot harder. Even brick
Mm-hmm.
out would have been tight. You know, I'm not saying it's bad either though. Like it's not the greatest. But, you know, it's the Eagles. So whenever you see the Eagles written on anything, it always looks good.
Yeah. Is
Oh
it is
God.
it is it fair to say that it's not terrible looking? It's just not exciting. Is that fair to say?
Yes.
Exactly, exactly. It don't do nothing for you. It don't make you feel, like they coming through the night. Like when they put on that black Eagles alternate color, it don't fit that. You know what I mean? How that logo on them look. But hey, like BG said, at the same time when you see that Eagles logo, you gonna be excited. It's gonna look good. It's all about how they make it look. It go with the whole culture change. Jalen Hurts, the new
Ex-
generation. They flipping. Y'all
exactly.
already know. Howie Roseman finna step down and I mean not Howie Roseman, but
Jeffrey
Jeffrey
Lurie.
Lurie. He finna be stepping down.
At some
And
point, right? We don't know when, but
yeah.
he already preparing his son, to take over the reins at some point. So it's like, there are these small moves, these little nudges being made that's indicating change is amiss, change is brewing,
Mm-hmm.
like quickly.
Change
Um,
has already happened.
change is, bro. D, you just said, bro. Change is here. Like,
Yes, it's already here. We living through it right now. And the biggest thing with that is it all starts with Howie Roseman, bro. He the one making the moves, and like I said, we going through a change that potentially put us 3-4 years of ahead of the Dallas Cowboys. That in any other team in our division, we're 2 or 3 years ahead of them just by the moves that we made, the contracts that we signed. We don't sign bad contracts. We
that's a
can
good
get
point.
out of certain situations. We got a lot of guys on 1-year deals. This is the making of a dynasty if Jalen Hurts is that franchise quarterback.
And that's a big if, right? That's a big
That's a
if,
big if.
cause like if you think about the roster, then BG, I want you to chime in on this as well. Like the roster is built to win now. If you ask me, the
Hell yeah.
roster is built to win now. Built to win now. But the biggest question mark, and that is the biggest question mark, is the fact that we don't know what Jalen Hurts' ceiling is. We know what we've
Mhm.
seen, and all we can do is go by what he's seen and make educated projections. But based off what we've seen somebody who's very electric, very explosive,
Mhm.
but
Mhm.
but at the same time, how explosive of a passer can he be? We know how explosive he is as a runner. We get
Mhm.
that part, right? And
Yes.
this conversation kind of brings me to one topic I really want to touch on with you guys. Like, again,
Mhm.
everything really. I mean, we know Jonathan Gannon got to do his job. We know that part, but just staying focused on the players. We know when it comes to the players side of things, Jalen Hurts is the most important Eagle in 2022.
Mhm.
Everything for the most part when it comes to the players hinges on his success. Now, I wanted to get your thoughts on this part of the conversation. I had a little list about the top 5 most important Eagles, not the most
Mhm.
talented, not who gonna break out, nothing like that. The most
Mhm.
important, who are the top 5 Eagles who are most vital to our success? Who needs to be great so we can be great, basically, right? And
Yeah.
my number one obviously was Jalen Hurts. My number
Mhm.
2 was Jordan Davis. I got a lot of heat for that one, but
No,
I got a
I
big,
totally
I got a,
agree.
I got
That's
a
the
big reason
first.
why for that.
That's the first two that came to my head. So I don't know. I
So,
don't understand why you
so
got a lot of heat.
right, hey, so number 2 was Jordan Davis. Number 3 was Jason Kelsey.
Mm.
Number 4 was AJ Brown, and number 5 was Hassan Reddick.
Mm.
Now, you know, I want you guys to give me your thoughts on who y'all think are some of the more important Eagles on this team. If you guys have a list, cool. If you guys got some people on your mind, that's cool too. But who do you guys think are the most important Eagles when it comes to our overall success? Who needs to be great so the team can be great?
Well, I think you have to start off with the quarterback. I'm gonna let BG go.
Okay, no problem. You could have won, but y'all know I ain't going to quarterback. You already know that. You know what I'm saying? Because we already know Jalen Hurts gonna do his thing. So that's an easy answer to say the quarterback. I'm going the other way with it.
But
I'm gonna
get
say
number 2 through 5, right? Get interesting after that.
I don't know what order to really put these in. I'm
Well,
gonna
no
give
order,
them.
no order. Just do your thing.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go.
I think we lost BG for a second.
All
So,
looking for him to be great. You know, we're looking for him to
hey,
be.
BG, repeat that because you dropped off for a little bit.
I said Jordan Davis.
Okay.
You know, because we're all looking.
Yeah,
Type
so
of guy.
right.
Did you hear me?
Yeah, it was breaking up real bad.
Yeah. You keep you freeze and then you start and then you stop and go again. But I think I see what you mean as far as Jordan Davis, because like the thing about Jordan Davis is he was drafted because all right, think about what Jonathan Gannon was trying to do last year, right? He was trying to get these D tackles used in these very unique situations. He wanted a nose tackle. He wanted D tackles that could just plug up the entire middle of the line, right? And you think about Jordan Davis, he is literally exactly what Jonathan Gannon wanted at the defense tackle position. If you ask me, it's the key to the defensive engine.
Oh, hell yeah. Hey, hell yeah, I totally agree. I feel like actually I talked about this in the previous video, but Jordan Davis is the anchor for this defense to have
Very good
success.
point. Very good point.
And when Jordan Davis is on the field, with him being the anchor for that defensive line, like everything starts up front. So your anchor is your most important part. This guy demands double team. This guy damn near demands triple team. So you got an anchor like him, 6'6", 340 pounds. 6'6", 340 pounds that move with speed. This dude had a 40 time of a what 4.78. So this guy is I believe he was number 2 in his 40 time as far as among D tackles. So you got a guy that's 6'6", 340 pounds that demands triple team. He's the anchor for that defense. Everything starts up front. With up front, all the pressure shortens up. You know what I'm saying? For the corners. They don't have to, cover for that long. You know what I mean? They instantly getting pressure. And then you pair them up with a guy like Fletcher Cox. Now, that's the thing. We don't know the type of scheme JG is gonna be running. You know what I'm saying? Is he gonna be running a 3-man frame, or he gonna be running a 4? You know what I'm saying?
4 or 5.
Right.
We're
So
everything.
Bro, he got so many options, but best believe a lot of attention is gonna be on Jordan Davis. So it's hard for a person to say that he isn't one of the keys, one or two, keys to our Eagles having success. Because, like I said, we draft according to our importance, and what's important for us as Eagles is our offensive line, our defensive line.
Yep.
So we not gonna act like everything don't start up front. Everything starts up front, and the anchor is the most important piece on that defensive line. He's the one that's causing all the attention. When Fletcher Cox was just the main guy and the one that demand double team, everybody benefited off him being the anchor. Now we have a better anchor, a faster anchor, like Jordan Davis.
A younger anchor.
And younger and hungry. And also, too, is learning from a guy that he looked up to. Fletcher Cox.
What's so dope to that? And BG, you can chime in on this. What's so dope about that is the fact that Fletcher Cox is really open and like really, really locked in on making this kid better, right? And
yeah,
and Jordan Davis said, "Yo, like it's so dope. I looked up to him, man. I it's like I can feel that he want me to be great." You feel what I'm saying? Like, I can
Yes.
feel it. I can see it. And then you think about Javon Hargrave. Like,
Yes.
it's getting critical, man. It's getting like,
Yes.
and it's so funny we talking about the defensive line. The defensive line, according to Pro Football Focus, was ranked top 10.
Yeah. Yeah.
Top 10, number 9 to be exact, but top 10. That's not no accident. They see what
Yeah.
we see. They know what's up. But it's a lot of pressure on these Eagles. You know what I'm saying? BG, what's your thoughts on the Eagles being ranked top 10 as far as the defensive line?
Yeah, I think we are. I think we're like top 3 even. I don't know too many defensive lines out there in the league. That's as deep as we are. Both all 8. Can start on anybody's football team. You know what I'm saying? So I agree with it. I think we're top 3 on both lines. Obviously, we're number 1 on offensive line, and then on defensive line, I'm thinking we're definitely top 3. And even to add on what I was going to say about Jordan Davis, another thing is since he is the replacement for Fletcher Cox, you know, if he comes out and he's super great, like we hope he can be, it's gonna just boost the whole morale of the team. Like it's gonna help out like so many other levels of the defense. Everybody will be able to eat off him. He is a game changer. He
Yes,
has
sir.
size, his ability. If he is that talented as we think he can be this year, he's gonna make everybody's job easy. Fletch,
Mhm.
Hargraves, all the ends, the linebackers, everybody will be eating all day long with a big guy like him coming in making that noise there.
Yeah, man. And honestly, with a year that we had last year, that really, yeah, we was top 10, 9 to ranked number 9 to be exact as far as rushing yards allowed last season. I believe what it was 1,834. So we was ranked, like Tom said, we was ranked 9th with a defense key like Jordan Davis. We should automatically be in that top 5, top 6 with all the attention that he's going to create. And last year, with I believe last year, the 2 teams that was in the Super Bowl, the Rams and the Rams and the fucking Bengals. The Bengals was ranked 5th, and the Rams was ranked 6th. You know what I mean? And they had a Super Bowl team. We can definitely be in the top 5. That's a Super Bowl defense that should be good enough to win a lot of games. I'm still trying to be cool as far as my excitement because I feel like we can win a lot more games.
Right.
But I'm sticking with 11, 12. You know what I mean? But Muzz
Don't hold
can't
back that
forget.
excitement, D.
Yeah,
Don't
that's
hold
where I'm
back
at
that
too.
excitement, man. I've been telling people all off season, do not hold back the excitement. Like you might not get this chance again. The fact
Yeah.
that the excitement happened this early in the off season and the season hasn't even started yet, so big things can still come. Like don't hold it back. It's
Mm-hmm.
time for all Eagles fans to go full steam ahead. We are going to be the best team, in the division. We are going to be a top 5 team in this NFL. All the
Mm-hmm.
players do right, and do their jobs at a high level and efficiently, we will definitely be, a team to
Mm-hmm.
be reckoned with, on offense and defensive side of the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's gonna be important. It's gonna be important for this
Gotta
team to
stop the
execute.
run. Gotta
It's gonna be
stop the
so
run.
important for them to execute because see the important thing. See the interesting thing about all this is this team is great on paper, beautiful on paper, but it has to
Mm-hmm.
get put together. And regardless of how smooth and I guess delicate the schedule looks, it's
Mm-hmm.
favorable. It's favorable, not easy. And what's going to have to happen is we have to put all of these moving parts together. And
Mm-hmm.
most of these teams now, they really actually will prefer to get pressure with their front 4 instead of sending the house
Right.
because they don't want to sacrifice anything in pass coverage. You get what I'm saying? So the way this defense is set up, the way the defensive line is set up, it's built to make sure Jonathan Gannon can pretty much virtually do whatever he wants to do.
Mm-hmm.
Now me, again, I'm trying to curb. I'm curbing my expectations because, yeah, I'm excited about the season. That's never going to leave me. But at the same time, I understand the quarterback is going to go through growing pains. He's going through growing pains already. And as talented as this team is all the way around, it's always going to go back to the quarterback position. And
Mm-hmm.
Jalen Hurts has to elevate his game to a level that we couldn't even anticipate. He has to elevate. He has to elevate this game to a level where the opponent has to respect his arm just as much as they respect his legs. You know, and I consider myself to be really rational about this kind of stuff, right? I try to move as calculated as I possibly can because Jalen got to Jalen has to essentially come in and play above expectations. You know, and I'm not one to put stock into these 7-on-7s. I'm not putting too much stock into these team versus team drills. I know we're supposed to have a scrimmage against the Dolphins and the Browns. I'm not putting too much stock into those things. I'm just not, right? But I believe you want to find out where Jalen is. You want to really see if Jalen has improved. You want to put him in real game speed situations, right? And sure, some people sleep on the preseason, but in the preseason, you got players who are literally fighting for their lives. Those players are fighting for a check, their livelihood. You dig what I'm saying? So you put him out there, you tell him, look, I want you to go out there. I don't want you to do no game breaking runs. You ain't gotta get all freaky with it. What I want you to do is I want you to go out there, drop back. If you trust what you see, deliver the pills. If you don't, hit your check down. If your check down not available, throw the ball away. You know, don't be afraid to slide. I want to see you get the rusty throws out of your system, get the bad throws out of your system. I want to see you make decisions back there. I want to see you go through your reads. You know, it's going to be so important for Jalen Hurts to take his mentals to another level. I don't question his work ethic is not a question. His commitment to greatness is not a question. You know what I'm saying? And I don't doubt any of that. I just want to make sure it's not fool's gold. I want to make sure it's not all talk. It shows on the football field. You can be, let's be totally honest. You can be as motivational, as inspirational. You can be a great leader. You can have all the sound bites. You can have all those things you want. You can be the perfect person that people want to go to war with. But if you can't throw the pill consistently, if you can't throw the pill consistently, that's where it's going to always be a disconnect. And he's going to always hold his team back. Now, do I anticipate him holding the team back? No. I want him to be great because if he's great, then that puts us in a better position come next year's draft.
Yeah.
So, go ahead.
To your point, Tom, it's like we're using the word great already in year 2. You know, like it's still year 2. Really, Jalen.
I think you misunderstand me when I say great. When I say I want him to be great, I use that as a turn of phrase, like I want him to do well. Like you know how somebody say, "Yo, be great, bro, be great."
Yeah.
Do you like that's what I'm saying? Like I don't mean like he has to be elite. Yeah, I don't mean.
Not even just you. Like people in general be like, they expect him to, that when we say jump with Jalen Hurts, and I think he is going to jump. I think you're seeing some of the things he's gotten better at, through little snaps, and you hear the coaches talking about it, and I think he is going to make that, little jump. But really, I think it's all on Nick to make sure he's calling the plays the right way. He's breaking down, understanding Jalen's best skills, the best throws he can make, these understanding receivers' best routes to run, and that's why my second most important player is AJ Brown, because we all hope AJ, we've seen him 3,000 yards, 3 years, 24 touchdowns. What I'm saying? That all sounds good and great. Number 1 Pro Bowl type receiver, bring it to the roster. But if AJ Brown doesn't come in here and dominate like we know he can, that can really hinder the progression of this offense as well. You're building up a playbook around him. You're letting Smitty go, against number 2 cornerbacks in the league, which is going to definitely help his game out this year. You're letting Quez go against, number 3 cornerbacks in this league, which is going to help his game out. Goddard, vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Like the impact on AJ Brown even playing on our roster is huge. So I think for sure he's another, player. I think that we're really dependent on him. We need him to come out and ball like I know he can, and we know he can. We've seen him do, and if he does that, man, that's going to really the dynamic. Just like on defense, Jordan Davis being able to be dominant like we hope he can. It's like on offense, it's that guy, AJ Brown. That if he comes out, it really would take all the pressure off of Jalen Hurts. You know what I'm saying? Like this guy will be a limit. He'll feel comfortable. It's already bad enough he's familiar with these guys, but he'll feel comfortable. And the more comfortable quarterback gets, in that pocket, the more better accurate balls he throws. So I think AJ
for sure.
Yo, y'all want to hear something funny? You know what's so funny, man?
Well,
And this is like an aside from what we're talking about. Y'all notice the Cowboys fans always come to our parties, right?
oh man, we be having them
Meanwhile,
lit parties, boy.
that's
They
what I'm
love
saying.
hearing what we cooking up.
They always want to come to. They always want to chill on the cool side of the pillow. You dig what I'm saying? Like they always they always want to come to our side of the street because they know where
Man,
the vibes are. You
yeah,
dig what
man.
I'm saying?
They
Like
know what, for real. Exactly what you said.
things
They know where
trending
them
down.
vibes at. They know
Things
where
trending
everybody at.
down in Dallas. Things
Yeah,
trending down in Dallas. They know
yeah,
where the party at. They come over
yeah,
here. They come over here and you know they try to act like yeah we just trolling y'all. Da, da, da. Y'all have fun over here because this where the party at.
yeah,
You dig what
yeah.
I'm
On
saying? Like
me.
y'all have
Always.
listen. Welcome to the crib. The chips and dips is on the table. Like enjoy yourself.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? Like they like it on this side.
On
You know what I'm
me.
saying? They got a little midnight green hitting in the back of their closet. It's all good. It ain't
Man,
about nothing.
man. Jalen Hurts, for real, he gonna be the one that's taking over. I know a lot of people still want to claim that Dak Prescott is the best quarterback in this division, and I'm gonna say the same, until proven otherwise. But I'm not gonna act like Jalen Hurts hasn't shown progress year in and year out, season after season. And one thing that BG did bring up is the fact that his comfort level. We haven't seen Jalen Hurts in a system with the same coach, with the same system 2 years in a row. We got guys in our locker room coming to these press conferences talking about how much faster his decisions is, how much crisp his balls look. And we definitely got confirmation on his throwing motion being tweaked. Like it's a lot cleaner, it's a lot better. Nick Sirianni spoke on that himself. So we haven't seen him with these tools on top of him getting the addition of AJ Brown. So that's why the excitement is so lit, because he's constantly shown what we wanted to see, which is growth, which is progress. And his ceiling is there. Nick Sirianni has put Jalen Hurts in situations where the opportunity to throw the ball has been there. Jalen Hurts just don't see him or misread. But I have no doubt in my mind that he knows where those balls is. He knows where those missed opportunities was. So I'm confident in the fact that he's going to make those throws. And if those same opportunities was given to him, again, I have no question he's going to execute those plays. And that's what I'm so confident in Jalen Hurts' ability. So, I feel like the change and the culture and everything that we was talking about, it's all with Jalen Hurts. I feel like the energy is believed. Like these players are on the field with Jalen Hurts and they see, you know what I mean? They not going, you know what I'm saying, lie to themselves, you know what I'm saying? They know what's up. Jalen Hurts is out there to ball, and no question about it. He is definitely the key to success. But at the end of the day, defense wins championship.
That's a
So
good
Fact.
point. That's
That
if
brings
he
me to my
doing
third guy. Okay, go ahead. You got some more, Jalen?
no, I was just saying if he doing what he's supposed to be doing, then best believe it's gonna fall back on that defense.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
You
and
know,
that goes
so
back. That's going to my third guy that I think has, pressure, and that's Nakobe Dean. As of right now, they still have Edwards in the starting lineup right now. It's the beginning. The veterans always start out like that, but I really feel like this guy's gonna have a huge chip on his shoulder that he didn't go number one like he was supposed to. I mean, not number one, but in the first round like he was supposed to. The fact.
real quick, BG. You know, a lot of people keep saying, and I've talked about it myself. Couldn't Nakobe Dean take TJ Edwards' spot? Hey, you never know. You may see TJ Edwards and Nakobe Dean on the field at the same time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's
Nakobe Dean might take Kaiser White's spot. You know what I mean? Like
man.
I think
it's just
depending
like
on fronts, you're gonna see all of them.
all
Yeah,
I'm trying to say is like we need to consider all those possibilities that it may not have been because CJ Edwards, we can't deny how much he's improved and how good he has been lately.
hmm
Can't deny that, and that just don't go away. And I think the Kobe Dean presence is going to make him take his game to another level.
yeah,
But that's
yeah.
why I put it
So
on D is because we know what Kaiser White is. We know what Reddick is. Like I've been saying, I wanted three new linebackers. We got three new linebackers. We know those guys. We know what Edwards is. What we don't know is, we feel like Kobe Dean is that stud linebacker that we've been waiting for. That we've been praying for the last, freaking umpteen years. So if he actually does come and be the guy, it's going to be crazy. Like I said, we definitely going to see all of them in different packages for sure. I think we have so many different fronts we're going to be running this year that you're going to definitely see all of them on that football field. But if Nakobe Dean can come in, step in year one, and be an impact player, the stud that we seen in Georgia when he had a good defense around him. Because guess what, on the Eagles defense, you got a good defense around you. All parts and all pieces are elite, high level players. So if he can come in and do that, what he did in Georgia, I think that'd be another player I put up there in terms of like, we really need him to come through. And if he does, man, it's going to be crazy for that defense.
I'm seeing a lot of Jordan. I'm seeing a lot of Jordan Davis hate in the chat too. Like I don't appreciate that. Like
he not gonna be starting.
Because,
he not gonna be
there. I don't really appreciate that because like, all right, all right, we didn't draft the guy you wanted, okay, but you can't deny that young man talent. You can't deny it. At this point, you're just being facetious and being a sore, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like
you can't deny how big he is, how much space he take up,
how athletic he is. And my thing is right. And this is even, and I'm gonna keep it true with y'all. Like look, when we drafted Jalen Rager, I didn't want him. I was mad as hell we drafted him, over Justin Jefferson. But once he got here, once that jersey got official, I said, all right, bro, ball out, let's rock.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So my thing, I'm trying to figure out why Jordan Davis isn't getting that same treatment. Like, what's up? Like, like is you with us or against us? Make your mind up. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't do too much pump faking on this streaming stuff. Like, I don't do too much. I don't do too much tiptoeing. I don't play both sides of the street. Like, is it you with us or you against us? Like, what's up? Talk to me, chat. Like, is we rocking with Jordan Davis or what? You want to nitpick his tier rookie? Of course.
Yeah.
Like, here, what you expect? He a rookie. But
he a rookie.
Don't play both sides. We don't do that over here.
Yeah. He put that Eagles jersey on, bro. It's on and popping, bro. I love watching him at the draft and just him talking to Dave Spadero and just
he's funny as hell, right?
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, but like he's gonna be a force to be reckoned with, and he already getting his body in shape. The guy done lost weight. He's been rocking with Fletcher Cox, connecting with him, learning from him, and he can only get better. He can only get better with those type of influences. Then low key, another important guy that probably won't be top 5 as far as important for us to have success. But Brandon Graham is still on this team, bro. That's my dog, bro.
His mentality, his approach to the game is so important for this team.
So important, bro. Like, just his energy, just his presence, bro. He is literally I spoke about this before, but he is around like Super Bowl champions, bro. Like, he is around Fletcher Cox, Super Bowl champion, Brandon Graham, Mr. Strip Sack himself, and then it's still some guys on the opposite side of the ball that still have an influence on the locker room. These guys are surrounded by Super Bowl champions.
And another thing, bro. Another thing was interesting, right? Jordan Davis gonna be going up against who in practice all day? He gonna be going up against guys like Lane Johnson, Landon Dickerson, Jason Kelsey, Milata. He going up against some juggernauts on the offensive line. You think Iron don't show up on Iron?
Yeah. That's a great point.
That's an
excellent point.
That is so huge.
Jason Kelsey, and guess what? Jason Kelsey undersized, and Jason Kelsey get with the best of them. Jason Kelsey undersized. He get busy with the best of them. So you think
he's a dog?
You think Kelsey ain't gonna be like, "Hey, yo, Jordan, listen, this is what they're gonna try to do to you. This what you got. Look, guys like my size,
exactly.
This is what they're gonna try to do. This how you know what I mean? Like they gonna trust me. He's surrounded by. That's why this is a beautiful situation, and you have no choice to be excited. You got Jordan Davis surrounded by nothing but veterans.
Yes,
he's surrounded by veterans that's gonna hold him accountable. Say, look, young buck, you trying to make it.
They always say it's important where people get drafted to, what organizations, and that plays a part into that player's success, whether it's a quarterback, cornerback, whatever. The situation that they're going into matters as far as the progress that they should be making in the NFL. We are blessed with a situation that's almost like a movie. You know what I'm saying? It's too damn perfect, bro. Just like how the 2017 season was. It felt like a movie. Like, I felt like bro, we got a backup quarterback on a run to the Super Bowl. Like it was
I ain't
the
gonna lie,
perfect
that's a
Philly
movie, bro.
story.
Let's be real. That's a movie. That's literally.
That,
I know somebody writing it right now. I know
man,
somebody is.
Hey,
it's
the
definitely
dig,
a movie.
the difference of that is in terms of 17. Hey, first off, shout out to my boy Jinx Wolf, graduated high school today. Shout out to you, young man, man. Keep doing your thing. You know, keep
Most
that
deaf,
grind.
bro.
Much love. I had to give you a shout out, my guy. But to that point too, is like I feel like that year it started to happen over the course of the year. You know,
Right.
Yeah,
like we were
yeah,
going good, and all of a sudden, new guy. Okay, okay,
yeah,
okay. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
It was like a roller
Carson getting
coaster. It was like a
better,
roller coaster.
better,
I feel
better,
you.
better, better.
definitely.
Yeah, to the point where like this year it is still like 2 months away from football, my guy,
We are
and
we
we
already
are
up here with it.
We
already at the
already
top,
up
my
here.
guy.
That's the
We already
thing.
out there.
That's scary.
You
That's
know?
It's
scary, bro.
scary, bro. It's scary because I ain't gonna lie. If something go wrong, I'm gonna snap.
Man,
It's
bro, because
crazy.
it's made. You got all the pieces that you need, and that's why it's a lot of pressure is. I know a lot of pressure is on Jalen Hurts, but besides Jalen Hurts, it's the rest of the pressure is on the coaching staff. You got all the pieces that you need. You know, the pressure is on JG, the pressure is on Nick Sirianni. It's all
Yes.
about the guys that's operating these pieces because the pieces are there. How much can you get done with this talent? And that's why I said with Jalen Hurts, uh uh in my hopes of being the franchise quarterback with I since this is my idea of a franchise quarterback, my franchise quarterback that I ideally have in my head for our team, if he is a franchise quarterback with this talent, I expect to be in the NFC Championship. That's
Right.
just me. Because with a franchise quarterback, that's what we would be expecting. Look at the weapons. Look at the offensive line. Look at the defense. Why shouldn't we be in conversations for the NFC championship game of appearance? Because the NFC is not as tough compared to the AFC. There is definitely room
Good
for
point.
us to claim
Good point.
the NFC East easily because, like as I mentioned before, we are like 3 years ahead of the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys, although they was ranked won a division and rushing yards allowed. Now we was talking about Super Bowl type defenses, and the two teams that was in the Super Bowl, they rushing yards allowed was 5th and 6th. We was ranked 9th. The Cowboys was ranked 19th. So what that tell you? We got a defense that's closer to a Super Bowl caliber defense than they are. You know what I'm saying? With us being ranked 9th, and with the additions that we have, we should be making a jump. We should be making a leap.
See, you know what it is? The Cowboys have a lot of flash. They got a lot of
Yes.
flash. It's real shiny. You know what I'm saying? They got some names over there. Michael Parsons, Trevon Diggs, DeMarcus
Yes.
Lawrence. They got some shiny pieces over there.
Mm-hmm.
But their problem is they can never put it together. And
Mm-hmm.
that is their problem. And
Mm-hmm.
look, I'm not going to sit here and cat. The Cowboys do have the better quarterback in the division, and that remains to be seen. I think this team is comparable, but we have to prove it. But
Exactly.
overall, the Cowboys come into every season talking about this our year, and I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. Yeah.
is it really though? And
It's
I'm not,
not.
and
You
I'm
got to
not
make
even
steps. You got to start
right.
winning. You got to win a playoff game first. You got to make an NFC championship appearance before you can start. You know what I'm saying? You got to take steps to get there, and they just missing the whole bigger picture. You know what I mean? Like they have unrealistic expectations every year. So if you have unrealistic expectations, what they call you? Delusional. So they earn that title. They earn that. If
Right.
that's your expectation every year, we was on the show a little minute ago where a Dallas Cowboys fan was just going. Matter of fact, we was on the show with a Dallas Cowboys fan talking about how the Super Bowls, they basically since they didn't win the Super Bowl, anybody that didn't win the Super Bowl, their season was a failure. That's how they approach every season. So it's just like, all right, if your expectations is Super Bowl every year and you not getting there, then you're delusional. You haven't even crossed out box number 1.
Yeah, because the problem is like they and look, I respect all my competition, right? But the problem is they haven't shown any level of strides to that point. Like I can understand if They made it to the divisional round. Okay, it was a close game. Damn, but you can
Right.
you can see that. Damn, they do
Yeah,
it. You
that's
know,
a bad team. You don't feel like that. They dangerous.
or even if they get to the NFC Championship, you be like, okay, damn, they didn't win it, but you can see it next year. They coming hard next year. Like you don't see it, and
No.
like, and that's the biggest thing with that's my biggest problem with Cowboys and Cowboys fans. Like you don't really see it.
Exactly.
Yeah, y'all lead the league in passing yards or yards, offense, whatever, number one offense. But like, it looked like fool's gold to me. It don't seem
That's what it is.
I don't. What they say? We don't believe you.
Yes.
That's like BG. What you think? Well, that's what it looks like to me. Go ahead, BG.
BG. My God, I think he froze up.
Yeah, like it's just and like I said, my respect is ultra high for my competition. I don't go in no game thinking I'm supposed to win. I go in like, look, they get paid like we get paid. So you gotta buckle up, strap up, and and you gotta put your feet in the turf and like let it rock. Let them hang. And
they ain't doing that though.
Right, but yeah, BG, like, what's your thoughts on this whole like the way Cowboys fans approach their seasons? Like I said, I can understand if they made it to an NFC Championship game and you
or be somebody comparable with that was previously a playoff team. Be somebody like that before you just start instantly saying you finna go to the Super Bowl. You ain't even you haven't beat a playoff team. You haven't beat a
I would say the biggest difference would be like we're the paper champs, if you want to call it, so to say, this year, not them. I don't think they really understand how to handle that. Like it's different this time
they
around.
Usually the paper champs. Right now, you're right.
While being the better team overall. And you might could say through the experience of Dak Prescott, he's been in the league a lot longer. He's grown over time. That yes, he's a better quarterback, but I do believe Jalen Hurts will be better this year. I think we know Dak's ceiling. We don't have a slight clue on how high Jalen's ceiling can be.
We seen what Dak Prescott looked like without Amari Cooper. You right.
It's a good point.
We seen Jalen Hurts take a 4-win team to playoffs, with no real legit number one. Yes, I love Devontae Smith, but he was a rookie last year. He had some rookie bumps, he had to deal with, understanding how to get through bridges and whatnot like that. He did a great job. He broke the rookie record, and that's cool. But there was not legit players on the team, like he had different offensive line going through. Even though they played at a good level, it was still, newness, what I'm saying? New coaches, new everything. So having everything come back full circle this year, I think Jalen Hurts can definitely be a better team, and I think we are a better football team, and we should pump our chests up. It is time to claim that paper. The Dallas Cowboys were able to be the paper champs every offseason for like the last years. It's like
that's a
they
fact.
use that to their advantage. They're like, we're the best. We're the
Look
best.
who they have.
It's our time. It's our time. This is our team. And this team right here, it's time for us to do it. This is the first year that we get to say, hey, we got the better team this year going into the season. We're the paper champs right now. We already proved that we've been in the playoffs more than pretty much any other team in the league since 2000. We already proved that we've been in the playoffs even in the last 4 or 5 years. That's somewhere that we are supposed to be. We did it last year with a weaker team. Why can't you get on board and think about how much better and how much farther we can go with this team?
Yes, man.
Yeah, and I mean the schedule, and it's a very good point. The roster got better, schedule got a little weaker, so it's like naturally we should be better. The important thing is, like you guys said earlier, it's going to be important for this coaching staff to put these players in the best position to succeed. And I'm really curious to see how Shane Steichen calls plays. I want to get your thoughts on this, D. Like, when you found out Shane Steichen was going to take over full time calling plays for Nick Sirianni, what was your overall thoughts on that?
Man, my initial reaction, I was excited. I was glad actually, because I knew that allowed Nick Sirianni to do what he need to do and actually be a head coach and monitor everything. And I know everything that they do, he gonna have his stamp on it at the end of the day. But just to know, okay, it's being handed over to a guy that really had success low key. We didn't even know. He had success with calling the plays. I had no problem
And
with.
people also forget, real quick, people also forget that he had a strong hand in Justin Herbert's development.
See, that's a key thing that I didn't even know. You know what I mean? So with just even that, it's just like I'm excited to see what he can do and actually know who is calling the plays. You know what I mean? Because last year, it kind of seemed like they were trying to make it seem like it's a joint thing or whatever the case may be. But now, it's out there. It's out there. He is the guy. And with the additions on the team like AJ Brown, a bona fide 1,000+ yard receiver, I expect Jalen Hurts passing yards to go up. He was he threw for 3,000 yards, a little over 3,000 yards, and he rushed for 768 yards. A lot of people, clown me for saying that if Jalen Hurts can add 1,000+ yards to his yards that he threw last season, you have around 4,000, 4,300 some yards. If you look at Josh Allen, they passing yards and rushing yards would be damn near identical. Jalen Hurts can be just as effective as a Josh Allen. Josh Allen still gets out of the box and be effective with his legs, and still is conscious of his body. Jalen Hurts can do the same damn thing. uh Josh Allen had rushed last season just a little under Jalen Hurts. You know what I mean? So you adding a 1,000+ yard receiver to the mix, and let Steichen fully, saying own up to being a play caller. I think he gonna do his thing. Everybody looking to get promoted. That's why Nick Sirianni had no problem giving him the promotion, because that's his homeboy. He want him to get a job elsewhere. You know what I mean? And I just think it's a great opportunity, and I know he gonna show out because everybody trying to get paid. I mean, low key, everybody trying to get paid at the end of the day. You know what I mean? So when you looking at it from like that, and you just mentioned he worked with Justin Herbert, you know what I mean? Hey, he gonna ball out. He gonna put him in position, and that's why I know with Jalen Hurts being in the system a second year, those missed opportunities that he had last year, he's going to see those now. He's going to expect those now. He's going to, we seen him his timing that not on point when it came to throwing the deep balls. Now we gonna see what they look like, with timing. Now we gonna see what it look like, what his decision making look like. Period. Just better. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, you missed Devontae Smith 3-4 times in this game, and that shouldn't happen again. That shouldn't. And if it does, then he not our quarterback. But if he our franchise quarterback, we shouldn't be missing no opportunities to throw the ball. Point blank, period.
That's the thing, man. You can't miss opportunities. Go ahead, BJ.
And to your point there, D, I like when you said that, but even like with the Jalen Hurts thing, you can really just like subtract, with a lot of these top end quarterback, if you subtract how much more rushing yards he had since he was the most explosive runner last year, you subtract those yards, because that is part of his game, and add those rushing yards to his passing yards. There you go, right there. You're looking at comparable numbers to the top quarterbacks in the league, just with that simple metric that you switch up right there. So, like you said, like Jalen Hurts is there. Like if he gets a little bit better, if Jalen Hurts throws for 3,900 yards and 800 yards rushing, that's already like, as long as we're winning football games and he's getting scoring touchdowns on both, then that is a better quarterback, moving forward.
Right.
But to the question is,
happen is like, real quickly, and I'll let you rock. I was going to say this one little tidbit for Jalen Hurts this year. It's not going to be what he does; it's going to be how he does it. And that's what, and I think that's what people paying attention to, because let's say he do go for 3,800, 4,000 yards, right? I'm sorry, 3,800, 4,000 yards. Yeah, let's say he do go for that passing. How did he get it done? Was it garbage yards when he's behind? Was it him actually slinging it, winning games with his arm? You know what I mean? So I think what's important for us, really more so, is to pay attention to how he's getting these yards, what his production looks like versus exactly how much production it is. It's all about what it looks like, and it has to look crisp. It has to look slightly above serviceable. You know what I mean? Because right now, in my opinion, right now he's in that serviceable area of his career. He's a serviceable quarterback. You know, you can win with him. He can win some games for you. You know, maybe he could be your guy. Maybe he can't. He's in that serviceable area.
Yeah.
He has to go to franchise level.
But I feel like the opposite. I feel like he already is at the franchise level. Like people are tripping to say the man. Listen, Tom. This is how I look at it. If you know that all your elite quarterbacks, from the Patrick Mahomes to the Peyton Mannings to the Tom Brady's to all these guys, tell you straight up it takes 2-3 years to read defenses and to learn how to play football. Even your Josh Allens, even your everybody. It takes time to read defenses to get better, right? But you can come
those
in.
Guys, you saw the talent early though.
Hold on. Even with Carson Wentz, Jalen, remember when they put up Carson's and Jalen's stats together? Jalen did better. You know what I'm saying? Like, when after that first year, we knew Carson was a guy, but how did Jalen be more supposed to break more records in his first year starting?
I still was skeptical of Carson, but go ahead. Let's see your point.
Well, yeah, but the general population.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
And the fact is, like, it's the second year, like, you know what I'm saying? He's going into something that we don't know. And it's definitely possible.
I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? For him to be great. Like, he already is the sixth most productive quarterback ever in first year starting. Sixth most ever. That means that there's been thousands of quarterbacks. You're the best. Sixth, And I'm pretty sure the top six aren't even playing in the league right now. You know what I'm saying? So you're playing, you're already doing better. You already got a better start to your career than half the quarterbacks ever, more than half of the quarterbacks that even went to the NFL. So you got to look at it. That's how I like to look at it. I'm not telling anybody how to look at it, but that's how I look at it. It's like, how can you not say this guy is a franchise? How can you not say this guy is a winner? He went to the playoffs. He took a losing team and made him a winning team. He broke records why he did it. And, he got room for improvement. But everybody in their first year, needs that.
I get it.
Growth.
I get it. I get it. I totally get it. I guess for me, it's more so like through all that production that we saw, through all that explosion that we saw, right? I think we still saw clear weaknesses in his game as far as throwing the ball. And I'm not one of those people that say he has a weak arm. I don't think he has a weak arm at all. I don't think that's the issue. I think it's accuracy, placement, and anticipation. And we can't necessarily say he's franchised quite yet. Yes, it's early in his career, and let's be totally honest. When you're a second-round pick, you don't get the same leash as a first-round pick, right? You don't get the same level of tender love and care.
Right.
They didn't invest that much into you, so essentially you're expendable. But best believe, Howie Roseman, they want this guy to be the guy, because that way they can continue to add to this team next year's draft. And this brings me to another topic. What do you guys think what kind of payday do you guys think Jalen Hurts will command? Because at the end of the day, no matter how much we like him, it's gonna come down to whether or not the Eagles are willing to pay his price. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Depending on how he does it, let's say for the sake of argument, he does play better this year. But you still saw clear-cut deficiencies in his game. You still saw that he failed. You still saw he couldn't win this game with his arm. You know what I'm saying? You still saw these things. But production went up. He won a playoff game or whatever. Now it's going to come down to the asking price. What price are they willing to meet at? I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think the Eagles are going to be willing to pay Jalen Hurts $35 million a year. I don't think so. Not at least.
Not right now.
I don't see it.
I think
not with the production that he's done thus far. Now I tell you this: if he go out there, we win the division. We end up in a divisional game. Depending on how we lose that divisional game, at least
it's how it look, right? It got to be depending on how it look.
if we make it to the if we win a playoff game, that's a step already in itself. But if we go to this and at least make it to the divisional game, bro, you gotta bring them back. You gotta bring them back to be with these weapons, these same weapons, this chemistry. You gotta bring them back again, and I honestly think they would be willing to. If now you brought up a great point when it came to seeing clear cut deficiencies in his game. I did not like that last year. I didn't like how it was so obvious, with throwing the deep ball. Yeah, it was
certain things. I'm like, damn, it ain't gotta look that bad.
Yeah, bro, that's exactly
the other way
how
too. There are certain things where you're
they
like,
can't
oh my
be,
God,
bro.
that's
I don't
amazing.
want to see that. I don't want to see that. I don't want to have that feeling that you just said. Like, damn, it ain't gotta look that damn bad. Where it look like the wide receiver trying to defend and trying to smack the ball down because it's damn near a pick.
Now, granted, BG's about to bring up a good point. That he had throws that were really great though. He showed, and that's the thing about it. He's confusing to me. And like I don't really mean that in a bad way. It's just like I don't have him figured out yet.
Yeah.
Like I see these games, for example, that Washington game. He had this back shoulder throw to Greg Ward that was arguably the best throw I've ever seen him throw. I'm like, and he threw it on the run. I'm like, okay, now can you do that regularly?
Yeah.
Like he had these moments that make you go like, then he had his moments that make you go like, oh.
And look, and it be the bad moments where the ball, the one thing that all the bad throws have in common, when you look at it, it just looked like the timing was off. It just looked like something. It just looked like something was off. Like he threw the ball too late, where he was already, you know what I mean? Like he was already downfield.
It's two games. It's two games that stick with me with him more than any other game. It's two games that stick with me, and I think these are the two games that people hold against him still. That Giants game where he threw 3 interceptions, and that playoff game in Tampa.
Yeah,
those are the two games I feel like people hold against him the most. Because of the Giants game, the way how careless he was, and then when it comes to the Tampa game, how limited he looked, and it was the most recent game we saw of him. If I bet any amount of money, if he played well in that game but they still lost, we're having a totally different conversation.
Or even if he would have came back and won like he should have did, but he was throwing to guys like Jalen Reagor who dropped the ball, right there. It literally smacked him in the face, bro. Like his coordination for that ball in the air was as if he never played football a day in his life. Like he was so excited, he tried to bear hug the fucking football and it smacked him dead in his face, bro. I swear to God, I never seen nothing so ugly a day in my life. I never seen an ugly catch like that a day in my life. You gotta admit, it was wide open. An ugly catch like that, wide open. Where you jump up in the air, you jumping up in the air by yourself.
Bro, we played that as kids back in the day, like playing Moss.
Killer Man, Moss,
That's from back in the day. That's played like that's.
What are you doing? That was definitely one of the Moss throws.
That's a schoolyard catch, you know what I'm saying? That's a schoolyard catch, that's a backyard catch, you know what I mean? That's a backyard football catch. You couldn't do that,
that's ugly, bro. That looked ugly. Like that was comparable to like somebody on a basketball court, like looking like they don't need to play like basketball. Like it was ugly, ugly, bro. I'm telling you.
But to you guys' point, I wanted to ask you guys this: look at it these 2 ways. Hurts was a first-round pick with the last year. Would everybody be so hard on him? One,
hell no,
hell no. We'll be jumping up. We'll be like, man, we got us a franchise quarterback. He on the rise.
Do you guys think?
I promise you,
if Jalen had the same
lit
stats,
up right now,
if Jalen had the same stats, but they say he made it to 3,900 yards passing. With the same stats, will we still be on him as hard?
Listen, BG, I'll take it a step further. They shouldn't, and I'll take it a step further, bro. What if they never played him at all his rookie year? What if we had no idea what he was? And then he come out his second year, first year starting, get your team to the playoffs. We looking like, whoa, this kid,
Yeah.
nice. First year, okay.
Yeah.
But people hold even his rookie year against him, and he only played 4 games.
Man,
So
he was
feel
still
bad.
nice to me.
Like he,
I
like
had
that
hope
average.
after that. I said,
That's what I'm
he's
saying. I'm like,
nice.
he showed like I didn't put too much stock into it because I'm like he got thrown into the fire. The team was really bad offensive line, injuries everywhere, and he found a way to make it exciting again. You know what I'm saying? But like,
Oh God.
but like to sit like sometimes I really sit back like, damn, timing is everything in this league, right?
Yeah.
And there's moments where I feel like guys just get the shit into the stick when it comes to timing. Like, what if Jalen Hurts didn't even play his rookie year? What if he just came in second year, first year starting, made the playoffs? We'd be like, oh, this kid legit. Or like he said, what if he was drafted in the 2021 draft and starting, get teams to the playoffs? We're like, oh, this kid is the future. So it's all about timing. It's all about circumstances, right? And unfortunately, Jalen Hurts has the poor end of circumstances.
Yeah, but I think, and to answer your question to you, I think Jalen Hurts gets after this year, no matter how good he plays, still feel like he would get like a 30 to 35 million dollar, only because the will still be going up every year. The salary cap's going to be going up a little bit more, and I think that that wouldn't be really the best quarterback's getting $450 million a year. And I think if he has a good year, we go to the playoffs. You be like, okay, here you go. Let's do an extension for 2 or 3 years. Here you go. Here you go 30. And like where he'll gradually get up there, like maybe that 2 or 3 years, he goes back out the next year, ball out again, he gets even better, and that's when you sign him to a long term contract.
Right. It's gonna get interesting because I'm curious to see what his agents and I'm gonna be talking about, man. Like sometimes it's gonna be it's gonna be a situation where Howie like, hold on, wait, I ain't paying that. Like, I'm curious how that situation gonna play out.
Bro, it's gonna play out like it should play out. Whatever you do, this is your contract year. So just like any other contract year for any other player, you show me what you can, what you.
Well, he got 1 more year left on the deal. He got 1 more year left after this year, but he'll be eligible for the extension at the end of the season.
Exactly. So he know what he's looking at. He already know he got to show in the team and what every team be looking for. You got to show them what you can projectly do in the future. You know what I mean? And you have to show them something amazing. The base of what you can do has to be amazing. And Jalen Hurts know, hey, if I take this team to the divisional playoffs, if I take this team to the NFC Championship, because honestly, with a schedule shaped up the way it is for us, we mess around can be number one in the NFC with a bye and mess around.
Hey,
the
BG,
division
bring that
game
comment
be
back
the
up
first.
real quick. I want to clear this up for Midwest Eagles fan. Just so you're aware, Joe Burrow and Herbert weren't drafted in 2021. I think Herbert was drafted. Well, the bottom line is Herbert and Burrow wasn't drafted in 2021.
Wait.
So
wait.
You got.
Jalen was drafted 2 years ago too. 20, right?
Jalen was drafted in 2020. So Midwest Eagles fans said actually I think he'd be criticized more because if he was drafted in the first round, he would be actually compared to Burrow and Herbert, and he ain't close. That's not what we're saying. What we're saying is if he was drafted in the 2021 draft, which is what quarterbacks came out in the 2021 draft?
Shit.
Mac Jones.
Mac Jones. No, it was Mac Jones. It was
Lance, Lawrence,
Justin Field, Lawrence, right?
Field.
The year before that was Joe Burrow, Tua, right? No. I think Tua and Herbert were drafted the year before.
Yeah, the year before Jalen.
Right. So
but Herbert, I think, was Herbert the same year as Jalen?
Herbert and Tua were in the same draft. Let me just double check that real quick. Hold on 1 second. Give me 1 second. Because the bottom line is we're talking about
First quarterback drafted that year.
Give me 1 second. All right, so
Oh yeah, Zach Wilson.
Mm.
all right, Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow was drafted in. Give me 1 sec. All right.
Yeah. It all
All right,
depends
listen.
on what Jalen Hurts gonna do, man.
Justin Herbert was drafted in 2020. Joe Burrow was drafted in 2020. So Burrow and Herbert was in the same draft. So was Tua. They were drafted a year ahead of Jalen. Jalen was drafted in Jalen was drafted in 2020, excuse me. So they were all drafted the same year. Our point is, if Midwest, I need you to listen for a second. The point is, if Jalen was drafted in the 2021 draft, not the 2020 draft, you got to listen.
Mm-hmm.
We're saying if Jalen was drafted in the 2021 draft in the first round and did what he did, we'll be saying, oh, he's the best quarterback in the draft. Will we not?
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Now, obviously, Trevor Lawrence has traits that you can't deny, but based off of pure production, let's be honest. If we want to compare careers already, if we want to compare careers, I'm not really one for doing that, but if we want to do that, Jalen Hurts been to the playoffs and Herbert has not been to the playoffs.
Right.
You know, and I'm not one to do that because I know Herbert's in a tougher division, a tougher conference. You know, sometimes he got the bad luck of the draw. But if we want to talk about results, first year starting, my guy made it to the playoffs. Herbert first year starting, not so much. But
who inherited a better team too?
And
that's what you gotta look at too. Jalen inherited a way worse team with 4 wins.
But overall, our main point is this: if Jalen Hurts was drafted in the 2021 draft in the first round with Mac Jones, Justin Fields, all those guys, and he did what he did with the roster being as crappy as it was, then we'd be like, oh, this kid is legit. It's called hypothetical. It's the off season. We're creating narratives.
Right.
So that's what we're trying to say. We obviously know Jalen Hurts was drafted in the 2020 draft in the second round.
Right. The guy Jalen Hurts basically done enough for any other quarterback if he was like you said first round, you know what I mean, we would be excited, we would be happy, we would be, you know, looking at this guy like he can be the future. You know, we just got to see the production, and that's why I said with this being a contract year, oh my God, bro, if he can get us to the divisional playoff game or the NFC Championship, you gotta pay this man. You gotta pay this man. And especially if he's doing it with his arm, and that's the one thing I have to see. Like, I know you was like, his production go up or whatnot, but if he not doing it completely with his arm, or I don't need him completely to do it with his arm, but if he not completing those throws that I imagine my franchise quarterback doing, the same shit I seen Joe Burrow doing, they don't have to be thrown the same way, of course, but, you know, just the same, you know, windows that I want to see the ball thrown into, you know what I'm saying? Because guys be open. Everybody ain't going to be wide open, you know, on the crossing route where you can, you know what I'm saying, just lead the receiver. You're going to have to fit that mug in some tight windows, you know what I mean? And he showed those opportunities. And unfortunately, you know, we had a few of those beautiful throws dropped by, you know, Quez Watkins, Jalen Reagor. We had guys like that making attempts at the ball like that. And last year, we was ranked 19th in drops. I don't see that. I don't see that number going up. I feel like it should definitely be going, you know, in the right direction. So Devontae Smith, AJ Brown, and then you got Quez Watkins right there. I definitely expect more catches. More catches mean more production. More production mean more success. Jalen Hurts, you know what I'm saying? As long as he putting the ball on the money, they should be there. Because like we said earlier, Nick Sirianni, he called the right plays at times. And Jalen Hurts consistently missed throws. And that's what everybody want to see him do better at. And like you said, if it's evident that those miscues are still evident, I'm sorry. I don't want that. I don't want that as my franchise quarterback. I need my franchise quarterback to be able to see those throws and make those throws. Yeah, if you can't see them and you just running No, that has never been a success to a Super Bowl, and I don't expect it to be, because in the playoffs, defenses get crazy. You only have a limited amount of opportunities to run the ball and gain big yards. And plus, if I'm looking for a franchise quarterback, I'm thinking long term. I want to be rooting for this guy for some years to come. I don't need him getting banged up, hit around, and he just in the league for. We got a good 5 years, and then we looking for a new quarterback. I
I don't want. Yeah, I don't want him to Cam Newton himself. You know what I'm saying? And I
yeah.
love Cam Newton. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Cam Newton fan, but Cam Newton took a beating, and that's just because the way the offense used him. Man, they ran him into the dirt like he was a running back. But
Mhm.
you know, man, on that note, man, like D Gifted BG, this has been a real fun live stream, like always, fellas. You know, really
Mhm.
appreciate y'all. You know, for always coming through. You know, always. You know, like this is fun for us, right? This is we
Yes,
love
sir.
we love talking our Eagles. We love talking to the people in the live chat. We love getting challenged by them. We love doing all that kind of stuff, right?
Yes, sir.
It's really exciting. It's really exciting, man. So, overall, any final thoughts before we get out of here, D Gifted?
Man, shoot, I know what it is. It's your boy D Gifted. You know, you can follow me on my channel, Smoking with the Birds. You know, I be chilling. It's a show where hey, it's exactly what it is. Smoking with the Birds. Maybe you don't smoke, maybe you want to drink. You know, it's just some video. You know, you can watch on your lunch break, whether it's 15 minutes. They be 10, 15 minutes, a quick little rundown of what Eagles news. You know, when the closer the season is, the more videos I'm gonna put out, mostly on Fridays. So if you want to tune in, get some Eagles content, hey, hit that subscribe.
Make sure you go subscribe to my man Smoking with the Birds, my man D Gifted, BG31. Final thoughts, my brother.
Hey man, it's gonna be a nice off season, man. I can't wait for the season to start, man. I'm just so antsy, ready for it to come. But yeah, man, we had great talks as always. You know, I love this podcast that we're doing here. Bird Brain Podcast is, I think, one of the best shows out there for Eagles football. Make sure if you guys haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe. You know, Talk It Up Sports, Bird Game 31, One Trey Rock. You know, he has dealing with some personal issues, but we got prayers out for you too, One Trey. Hope you're doing all right over there, my guy. And BGN Sports Media, you know, go subscribe to that too as well. We're on the road to 1K, and we're just trying to grow and give you the best content out there possible. So, much love to all you guys. Great show as always. You know, fly Eagles, fly, my guy.
That's a fact. That's a fact, man. On that note, you guys, y'all already know how we get down. I'm your humble host, Tone DeShields II from Chalk It Up Sports, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got to charge it to the game. We was joined by the good brother D Gifted from Smoking with the Birds, BG31, CEO of BGN Sports Network. Y'all already know what it is. Like, comment, subscribe. Hit that, hit the comment below. Hit the notification bell. If you're new to the content, subscribe. Y'all know we getting busy. Stay tuned. We'll be back here next week, y'all. Hey, BG, send us home, my brother. Drop that outro.
Let's go. We out. Peace.